Sherpa Dave's Recon series. On this channel, I try and make Zwifting more fun and more engaging for riders new and old. As you can see, I fall a little bit more into the old category, but I don't let that stop me. If you want to get more out of Zwift, then all you need to do is follow along with us today. And if you like what you see here, take a look at some of the other videos on the channel. Now, this video is all about the upcoming Team Time Trial, which happens to take place on the oldest route in all of Watopia, and actually the oldest current route in all of Zwift. If that's what you're looking for, let's dive right in. The Team Time Trial this week is, as I say, on Watopia's original route, the Hilly Route. It's just under 10 kilometers each lap. Takes us up the Hilly KOM, down the other side to the Italian village, up and over the S's, and then back down into downtown to the start finish line. Do that 3 times and you're done. Your approach to the Hilly KOM itself will define how well your team does for the whole ride. If you maintain discipline and stay together on the ascent, you will be able to stay as a group and pick up speed on the descent. But if you string yourselves out and separate on the ascent, you will waste a tremendous amount of time regrouping and then not be able to take advantage of any kind of group dynamic for that descent. Bike choice for me is easy. That KOM is so important to the whole ride that I think a well-balanced bike will certainly be a lot better than a pure aero bike. So for me, that means on the Tron bike. For you, it may mean that, or it may mean picking one of these other ones from the selection. While I'm at it, I'm going to plug a ride series. If you're still looking to pick up the Tron bike, then a great series that's held every weekend by Team Giant Camden is their Tron Hunter series. They purposely pick a hilly route to go up, and they're a great crowd to hang out with as well. As you know from a constant whining, we're looking to get to 1,000 subscribers as quickly as we can to open up some of the extra features that YouTube has locked away. And we've made amazing progress from 250 2 weeks ago to almost 800 as of right now. And while I'm at it, here's the latest list of Coffee Club members, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, as always, take a look down in the description and you will see a link to the Coffee Club, and it's not far away from that subscribe button. Alright, without further ado, let's actually jump into the Recon Ride and go through it at double speed. Come out of the gate and it's pretty much flat or false flat until you get to the to go under the bridge, and then you go around the big loop, and in that big loop it's a false flat of around 1%. The Hilly KOM itself starts as you come off the bridge. Alright, there's one mission here. From here until you get to the top of the rise, you want to stay as close together as you can. Not because it's draftable, which mostly it isn't, but because you want to regroup as fast as you can at the top and get down the hill at speed. The more you string out now, the worse it's going to be later on. This middle section between turn 2 and 3 is the worst of all of it, and that's where you'll have to really pay attention to stay together. Now, on the last lap, and maybe on the second lap, you're going to have to make some hard decisions. Bigger riders are going to be super tired, and you will have to make some rapid decisions as to what to do if somebody drops. As you go past turn 3, you'll notice that it flattens well before you get to the KOM marker, and to be honest, by the time you hit that KOM marker, if you've been paying attention, you will have regrouped and be working together at speed. The descent is pretty technical. It's nothing that you need to worry about, but the grade is pretty variable. The worst point is at 3 kilometers on the first lap, where the pitch actually heads upwards for 400 meters. And then shortly after that, it gets really steep downwards, where you will pick up speed and potentially separate. It flattens a little bit right after that, and so you can regroup at that point if you do separate. The steepest part of the descent is all over by 4.5 kilometers into the first lap, and after that it's a couple of percent downwards as you head towards the bridge. small bump up at 4.9 kilometers. It's 400 meters and it does get to around 5%. So just be careful as you're heading up there, but it shouldn't be anything to worry about. After that, it is downhill to the Italian village and then flat or false flat downwards all the way through the sprint and across the bridge to the S's. As you come through the Italian village on the last lap, this is when you should be thinking about your finishing strategy. Who's got the legs to go all the way to the end, and who's going to do one last heroic pull on the front before falling by the wayside and finishing in their own time. You really should know that before you hit that first larger S's climb. The S's start at 6.9 kilometers on the first lap, and it's a 250 meter climb at average 5%. It's a pretty consistent grade once it gets going. After that first climb, it's the rest of the S's. You know these pretty well, so I don't really need to tell you too much about them. All you have to do is try and use your momentum on the down to get up the climb that comes afterwards. Each one of them is pretty short at just a couple of meters high, but they do peak at 5%, so there is a drop in momentum as you go up. After the S's, it's a nice little downhill and then 300 meters of flat to the gate. On the last lap, of course, everybody that's left in the main group is going to be sprinting as hard as they can for team honours. All we've got left now are target times. So before I give you the Platinum League target times, a quick plug for Paul Fitzpatrick and his application where you go in, plug in your riders' capabilities, and he spits out a target time for the team. It's pretty accurate and it's pretty fun to play with. Definitely, if you're interested in that, head over to his site and I will put a link down below so that you can just follow that. Meanwhile, here we go with the Platinum League target times for this week. If you want to see how I did with the RGT target times against Platinum League, head over to the Zwift Insider article, link down below. And now all that remains is for the band to play me off as you guys take a look at the DS tear-off sheet with the core instructions that'll get you through this ride.